What's up, retards? We are back with episode 6, I believe, of the CarTARDS Podcast.
What's up, idiots?
Today we're going to be talking about the Ford versus Ferrari. We're going to do a little movie review there.
Go Ford, beat Ferrari. Woo!
The Cybertruck, which I'm sure everybody here just loves. And Hydrolastic Suspension, a very cool, innovative thing that
big words.
Austin and Minnie did back in the day.
It's really big words.
So we're gonna start off talking about the Ford versus Ferrari movie. So let's start. First impressions right out of the theater. How'd you feel?
Right out of the theater, I had the biggest erection I've ever had in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, same. I could not get over how good that movie was. I was just like, holy shit, that was fucking fantastic.
Like I went and watched it with my buddies, who one of which is a car guy. So me and him were just sitting next to each other the whole time, just shitting our pants out of sheer excitement and nerding out over all these random cars. But like the one thing that got me about the entire movie was like I was able to leave that theater and my heart was fucking racing, because every time shit was going on screen that was like relatively intense, my heart was pounding out of my fucking chest.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know that's a good fucking movie.
Yeah, no, it was like I felt like I was in the car driving it. Like that's how immersive that experience was.
Yeah.
And like granted, I did watch it in I watched it in a ScreenX theater. Mm-hmm. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's a Regal thing where they have like screens on the side of the theater as well. And so I don't know if it's as immersive of a movie when you watch it just like at home on your parents' TV from 2015, but it in the theater it was just amazing. All the sounds of the cars were so real. Everything was just so well done. Even down to the Cobras with you could hear their solid rocker arms tapping, tap 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 when they were running, and it was just like, wow, that is fantastic.
They did a very good job, not just with noises or just the cars in general, but just like what you were saying, you felt like you were in the car. The immersion of that movie was unreal. And
just even from just a sound perspective, everything was mixed very well. So while the cars were very loud, and it sounded like they were very loud, which they would have been very loud, I could still hear the drivers. I could still hear what all the characters were saying. None of them were too quiet to hear, which is something that really pisses me off about movies lately, where you hear a shit ton of action and then they just whisper. And you're just like, what the fuck are you saying?
As opposed to half of anything you see nowadays. Like when I watch a fucking commercial on TV, all I hear is music, and I know there's someone talking back there, but all I hear is whatever fucking library-free music.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very, very good movie, and I've very thoroughly enjoyed that movie, even just from everything. Like all the cars looked amazing. So yeah, we'll move on. So a couple days later, there are 2 documentaries on Netflix, the 24-Hour War, and then there's Shelby American. And they're both made by the same company, and it's kind of funny. They use all the same clips to do both movies, basically. Like, the movies are basically the same movie. It's just one is more towards Shelby himself, and the other one is about Le Mans, with Ford versus Ferrari. And it's more about Ford. It's more Ford-centered. But it was and just looking at it, it looks like there are some different things, and especially like when you're watching the movie, the Ford versus Ferrari, you see when like he has brake fade. You see in that scene in the first time, you see that scene where his brake rotors are all bright red.
On fucking fire.
Those are drilled and slotted brake rotors there. You can like very easily see that. Mm-hmm. And I think they just did that for like a Hollywood thing. Like it's because those cars did not have drilled and slotted brake rotors. you can look at the pictures and stuff from their quick change brake system that they developed, which I thought that showed very well. I thought it was really cool.
That was god tier.
But I thought it was they did not have drilled and slotted brake rotors like that. However, it is a cool addition that they put on that car. And you could kind of tell here and there that those cars, none of the cars were original. Not that you even can get original cars like that these days, like the Shelby, the Cobra.
The Cobras were all fakes.
You could tell they were. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I know the Porsche right in the very beginning, that was actually real.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, a 944 or no?
Yeah, probably. But you can tell that like the Cobras are not original just because of the way they bounce. Like, when they're going over a little bit bumpy, you can tell they bounce a little bit because they have stiffer springs. Nothing like that bounced like that back then, because everything had very soft springs compared to what most cars have nowadays. So. Okay, Jacob, I expected you to talk, but I guess we weren't having it.
I mean, it's hard to carry off what you're going. I mean, you're hitting all the big points. Which, granted, it's fine. It's fine.
I took a drink, and I was like, I really hope he talks when I take this drink, and you're just like silent. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, well here, let me talk for it. I gotta say, I think the choice of actors along with the movie was a lot more A-list than you would have expected for a movie of this caliber. That the general population, probably 99% of them, doesn't give a shit about racing in general. They might know a couple cars here and there. They might. Some of the boomers might vaguely remember the name Carroll Shelby. But I mean, like, half my friends are just like, why is this important? And I'm sitting there shitting my pants when these trailers came out, just like, Le Mans 66 GT40 nut, and they're just watching me shit my pants as I'm watching this trailer over and over again.
Like, why? Yeah, I don't watch trailers for movies anymore, because if I watch the trailer, I get way too hyped up, and then the movie itself is always a letdown. Like, especially for like the new Star Wars movies, there's so much hype and stuff behind them that when they actually come out, everybody's like, oh, well, that wasn't really that good.
Yeah, we don't talk about Star Wars anymore.
Overhyped.
We don't talk about Star Wars anymore.
Well,
the only good thing Star Wars has done is The Mandalorian.
Have you caught up on that?
Yeah.
I haven't been watching it at all.
Spoiler warning, potential. Spoiler warning, potential. Baby Yoda, give me Foot Gummy.
Well, okay, is it good? Can we just quick synopsis?
It.
Is it?
I love it.
I was watching it without sound once, and watching it over a friend's shoulder, and they had headphones on, so I couldn't hear it. But it looked like the fight choreography was very poorly done.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, any physical confrontation is a little awkward, except for the fourth episode. I think the fight was very well choreographed and very well executed. But I mean, I think the visual effects are really well done. The story leaves a little bit.
It looks like the costumes are pretty good.
The costumes are very good. I think the story leaves a little bit more to be expected, but I think it is very early in the series and the season, so we might see more coming. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I like it. I think it's the best thing Star Wars has put out in a fat minute.
I mean, Rogue One was good. That's the last Star Wars movie that I really
personally
liked,
I loved Solo. I thought Solo was really good.
I did not like Solo. It was just whack to me.
I liked it. The casting, overall story, I enjoyed it.
Really? I didn't. Yeah. I thought the story was just kind of like, that just happened.
That's kind of how all those little spin-off tie-in movies are, though. Like, Rogue One is clearly the best one, but...
Yeah, I thought Rogue One was almost a masterpiece. Like, Rogue One is up there with, Into the Spider-Verse for me, which is one of my all-time favorite movies right now.
Amen.
But, yeah, there's a lot of good movies, but Ford versus Ferrari, overall, very good. Really enjoyed it. Really liked it. Christian Bale as Ken Miles was very good, although they seem to want to drive home the point, exclusively that he was British. And, he was a British person, but he didn't always talk that Britishly, and like everything he would say would be like, "All right, good chap."
He sounds
and,
more
like,
Australian than he does British.
Yeah, because he talks out of the side of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like they would make fun of him for that. I don't remember. They called him a nickname because of it. Like just
they
because
called
he
him
talked
Bulldog.
out of the side of his mouth. Well, in the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the name they called him. If you watch the movie, if you watch those documentaries on Netflix, they're pretty well put together. They're interesting to watch. They use a lot of footage from the race itself, and they're pretty cool. But if you watch them, they called him like side mouth something.
Side mouth Ken.
I don't remember.
Side
But
mouth Susan. Sloppy Susan. Don't mind me, I'm retarded.
we're all retarded here. That's why it's called CarTARDS.
Yeah,
Dab.
shameless plug. You're shameless.
Dab. Well, it's not even a shameless plug. You're literally on a video that says CarTARDS Podcast.
While you're there, like and
6.
subscribe, and hit the bell
Ding.
while you're at it. Ring a ding.
Yeah. Do I have a bell in here?
I don't know.
Beer bottle will have to do.
I hit my hydro flask if that makes any difference.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good ding.
Yeah, that's the noise.
Yeah, hit that ding. Get notified about our posts. We don't post very often.
You know, I mean, for as good of a job as Ford vs Ferrari did about telling the overall general story, they're I don't know, they hit a lot of the big things right on the head. But there were just some smaller details, like the relationship between Ken and Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
It was not that volatile.
Yeah, their relationship wasn't that close. Like, they had a decently close relationship,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was. It didn't. From the documentaries, it didn't seem like it was that close. Like, he was close. Miles was closer to Agapao. He was the like young dude with dark hair that was always really excited during the movie. That was Agapao, something like that. And he was closer to him. Miles was closer to him than he was to Shelby. So, and like you could in the movie, it always showed Shelby being like, you know, always against what Ford had to do because he was like, oh, it's my freedom, blah blah blah. But he really like, you know, he knew he worked for Ford and he basically did what Ford asked him to.
Yeah.
Like, he was not always against it like they said, like they made it seem.
Yeah, no, in reality, I mean, if he would have behaved that way, they would have ditched Shelby America in a heartbeat. Like, no doubt.
Yeah, it was not quite as, he was not.
None of the relationships were quite that volatile. Not even with BB. BB was not that big of a dickhead.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't know about BB. Like, it doesn't ever talk about in those documentaries. It doesn't ever talk about BB at all, really.
So everything I've watched and read says BB was not close to what he was in the movie. He was.
Yeah. I mean, maybe behind the scenes, like when people didn't really realize, and that's why he was such a slithery scumbag. And like one person like came out against him when they were telling the storytellers of the movie, the directors of the movie, like what it was like.
That or either someone had a vendetta against him. But I mean, I feel like they just used BB to drive home the fact of just corporate bullshit.
Yeah, because there is a lot of that, especially at Ford.
Yeah.
That's why I never want to work at a big corporation.
He was literally the token suit of the movie. He was a good scapegoat for all their problems. I mean, I guess it just worked out really well for a storytelling and convenience standpoint.
It was whack, though, at first, with what's-his-face playing Lee Iacocca.
Hey! Iacocca.
I forgot his name.
I can't think of his name either, but like I always like look for him in like action movies. He
plays the Punisher. He plays the Punisher, and so it's just weird seeing him as like Lee Iacocca.
Yeah, he was such a menacing type of presence, but yet he was just Lee Iacocca. Lee Iacocca was just the dude.
Iacocca. It's Iacocca.
Iacocca,
There's no T.
tomato.
Fucking idiot.
Sorry, Lee.
Yeah, he's gonna come and just fucking destroy you.
He'll give me a fucking hug because it's Lee Iacocca.
But he's... Oh my god. Can you hear that?
I don't hear... I heard a little bit of howling in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was Ford versus Ferrari. And overall, I would give that. Like, I'm no movie critic. I would give that movie like a 9 out of 10 though. I really liked that
it gets
movie.
a 9.5 wrenches out of 10 wrenches for me. Good movie. Would watch again. Will buy. Will force my family to watch, even though they don't give two shits about cars. And from a cinematic standpoint, it's very well put together. The shots are amazing. The writing's pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was very, very, very well done. I thoroughly enjoyed.
Good movie, Cargo Fast. Yes.
Movie. Yes.
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 Yes. Cargo Fast.
Mm-hmm. But another thing that was weird was it always looked like in the documentary that the Ferrari was not the Ferrari that was in Ford, like the movie Ford versus Ferrari.
Not
it
the
looked
P,
like
not the P3 330.
And I don't know if they just did that because they knew the other Ferrari looked better, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. All I know is in Forza Motorsport 7 that if that retard would not have revved his car to 9,000 RPM, Ferrari would have won that race because it is a much easier car to drive.
Is it easier?
At least in Forza it is.
I know the biggest problem with the GT40 was its brakes would not stay cool, and they didn't have the brake materials at the time.
Yeah, because carbon ceramic brakes were not even a twinkle in engineers' eyes.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
Well, they didn't have the materials that would take those heat cycles like that, because it'd go to 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh yeah, he would literally boil the brakes coming off the straight, no doubt.
Yeah, every time coming out of that Mulsanne straight. Yeah, it was a very very hard on brakes for that. Especially going from 200 some odd miles per hour.
Really just like, why don't we just replace the entire upper assembly?
Yeah, it was so funny to me how they just pulled that whole A-arm out.
Yeah. They
got a little bit of flack for that from the FIA.
Well, but it didn't break the rules, did it?
Nope.
That's what I thought.
It's funny. What makes me the most angry is that they robbed the way Ford just robbed 10 miles of because of the dead heat. Like, I understand that they liked that picture, and that is a very good picture.
It's fucking iconic.
That's such an iconic picture, but they nonetheless they robbed 10 miles of that win, and they robbed him of. Like, he would have been the one person to have won all three of those events, Daytona and
Sebring,
all three of those events.
Daytona, Sebring, and Le Mans. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have won all three of those that year, and they just completely robbed him of it.
Yep, corporate horseshit. Gotta love it.
1, 2, 3 finish. They would have had the 1, 2, 3 finish.
Yeah,
that's
I feel like if
thing.
Ken literally would have just like had his nose ahead, the picture would have been perfectly.
His massive nose. He had a huge nose. He had a bigger nose than I do.
Yeah, that man had a schnoz. But I mean, like the nose of his car. If he would have been not even half a car length ahead, the picture would have been infinitely still iconic.
Miles was such a fast driver because if he just sticks his nose up, he has extra downforce.
Yeah, that's how the ass end of that car stayed planted. No, just kidding. It was the massive fucking wheels that thing had.
Well, yeah, and he did so much fucking work on that to make it actually drive right.
Yeah.
Him,
Shelby, the other engineers they had on staff.
Yeah, the one main engineer who always was working on stuff. I forgot his name. I know his name. I forgot it. It was like no, it's not Wes. I don't remember. It's not important anyway.
God tier engineer guy. Saves the day again.
Very smart man. Very smart man. So, yeah. So, let's move on. To the Cybertruck.
Yeah! Cybertruck. I'm gonna come out and say it first. I fucking love the Cybertruck. Like, I hate it. You remember that scene from Ant-Man when Scott hands his daughter the the fucking hilariously ugly bunny?
No.
No? Okay, well...
Hilariously ugly bunny?
Like at the very beginning of the movie, Scott goes to his daughter's birthday party.
The
She
stuffed
goes,
bunny.
"It's so ugly! I love it!"
I love it. Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Tesla, the Cybertruck.
So
That was my exact sentiment. I love it.
Okay, the thing that I hate the most about it is just that, like, Tesla was trying to be like, oh yeah, we have such a cool truck, and they did a tug of war against an F-150 with it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure most of you have seen that. That F-150 was rear-wheel drive.
Yep.
And was probably the lowest trim package they could find.
Yeah.
Which means it was probably around 30 grand. How much is the Cybertruck going to be? I'd guess at least 60.
36,000. They released the price.
36,000?
Yep.
I don't think they're actually going to be able to sell it for that.
At its lowest trim level, 36,000. Single.
It doesn't
single
even
motor.
have mirrors yet, though.
Yep.
Oh, single motor, so not all-wheel drive.
Not the all-wheel
Or
drive.
rear-
Like the
okay.
absolute
Okay.
lowest spec level of the Tesla truck is going to be $36,000.
Right. So that's without rear wheel. That's just rear wheel drive or front wheel drive. If they
It's
decide to.
most likely going to be rear wheel.
Yeah.
Probably like
So-
a single cab.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a piece of shit.
Well, we don't
basically,
know that yet.
what they had was they had the all-wheel drive version of that Tesla pulling a rear-wheel drive version of the F-150, a very low trim version of the F-150. Low trim version means less options, means
Less
weight.
power, less weight. It's not going to pull as hard.
Doesn't-
Tesla
so-
literally set that up
and-
to win, like every car manufacturer does for shit like that.
Yeah, yes, but they set up to win by so much. They probably, like, I believe that they have a good enough motor to be able to pull an F-150, pull it back, but they chose the weakest one. They could have pulled a better one, and I would have been more impressed.
If
But
they would have
didn't.
grabbed
They
an
chose not to.
F-250 with a Power Stroke,
And all-wheel drive,
Yeah.
all you need is all-wheel drive, because they're also pulling it up a hill, which gives them even more of an advantage, which I won't go into, but it's just, oh my god, they did so much to just make it like such a dumb experiment. Like, Ford used their electric F-150 prototype to pull a train, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Trains aren't very hard to pull, but it's still cool. And then Tesla just goes out and just fucking pulls a shitty little F-150 with their shitty Cybertruck that looks like shit. And
hey,
won't
wait,
be
whoa,
useful.
don't shoot this my Cybertruck, bud.
The whole point of a truck is that you can carry a lot with it and throw a bunch in the back. You're not going to be able to throw much in the back.
You can put an ATV back there, Mark. Did you not watch
I
the
know.
thing?
Okay, however, I will say the ATV that you can buy for it is pretty damn sick.
Yeah.
I would drive that thing.
It just looks like a fucking mongoose from Halo in the back of a warthog. And it makes me very excited because
it's
Elon
pretty-
Musk is literally God. He gives the people what they want, Mark. Retarded looking truck. Mark, that has
Yeah.
to be the official car of CarTARDS. Sounds like your roommate's having a lot of fun, Mark.
Yeah, that's annoying. They just got Halo, the new Halo too, and they're playing it right now, which I know you want to be doing, Jacob, but
Yeah, I've been
too
playing
bad.
Halo. I played Halo for 5 hours straight today.
Too fucking bad, Jacob.
And I got practice canceled tomorrow, so guess who's gonna stay up till midnight playing Halo?
Jesus fucking
This
Christ.
guy, because fuck finals.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so done with. I'm so fucking done with this semester of college.
Oh, me too, buddy. I turned in one of my
so
finals today, so like I'm
for
kind of
those
vibing.
for those of you that aren't in college, there's a point at every semester where you just completely check out and you're just like, yeah, whatever, I don't even care anymore. And every grade you get back is basically a disappointment, and you're just like,
Just
you
like
know,
you.
I'm balling, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna make it a C semester. And then you study really hard for every final, and you get like B's, and you're like, all right, whatever.
Hey man, B's get degrees.
C's get degrees as well.
Yeah, but so do B's.
Okay. I pull B's out of my ass somehow. Like, and every once in a while I pull an A out of my ass without even trying on the class. Like my thermo class, I pulled an A out of my ass somehow, and I'm just like, wow, I must have really sucked that teacher's dick.
Say the only classes I can pull A's out of at this point in my college career are my major classes, and like the shit I'm genuinely interested in, like my history classes. Yeah, I'll get a pretty high B, A minus. My Policing in America classes, yeah, I'll get an A in that because they're easy and I care about that. But the fucking core requirement English class, I don't care. I will miss the absolute maximum amount of days I can miss in that class to not have my grade plummet, and I'll do B work because I don't fucking care. I've taken enough English in my life.
I'm in my philosophy class right now, and it's like I'm just completely
Bro,
checked out.
don't you
like,
rip on
care.
philosophy classes. I fucking love philosophy classes.
But guess what we're talking about? Guess what we talked about today?
Gender theory!
Yes, and pornography.
Oh, my two favorite things.
It was so boring. I was just like,
only one of those is my favorite thing. Gender studies.
There was a guy who deadass asked the teacher, he's like, what is this? I don't know what pornography is. And I was like, oh. And then later the teacher was like, yeah, and during the quiz, and he was like trying to make a point. He's like, during the quiz, I literally had a guy, what's your name in the back? Who didn't know what pornography was. And he's just like, everybody's just looking at this poor kid who didn't know what pornography was because he was like from another he was from another country, and he's just like foreign exchange or something, just didn't know what pornography was. And I was just like, oh, bastard. That's funny as fuck.
That's where the professors used to step up and say, well, let's watch an example now, shall we?
Yeah, he was literally he's like, I can't recommend this to you, but if you were to like look it up on your phone.
There's a really great website called pornhub.com. Free to the public.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Not
Sorry,
sponsored.
Mom.
We're not.
We don't condone this.
We don't even have sponsors.
I don't even watch porn. What are you talking about?
I'm assuming we just lost all
I'm a child of God.
Possibility of a sponsor by saying that word in our. Although I already said porn like 8 times.
We say retard 18 times.
Yeah, we're just gonna start
episode
saying,
of this. Like,
if
we were to ever like have a chance making money off this, YouTube would look at this and just hit the big fat demonetize button.
No button. Yeah.
Because they're stupid libtard cunts who just get mad at people for doing what they want.
Yeah, we're gonna start saying tard instead of retard because the thing. I don't think the thing will pick that up.
No, it will.
Will it? Will it pick up tard if I just say
tard? Tard. Yeah, it'll pick it up.
Fuck. Okay. Well. We're just
remember, Mark, it's 2019. All jokes have to be clean and safe for everybody because comedy is fun for everyone.
Yeah, I was watching this thing. Our philosophy teacher showed us this thing. It's like, blah 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 blah. When your friends make a racist, bigoted comment, blah, you need to stop them. If you're, he's like, picture this: you're at poker night and someone says some kind of like racist or sexist comment or something, you need to stop them and tell them not to do that and be like, hey, don't do that. And it's like,
okay, you're just a bitch buzzkill.
If you just make like a racist comment like, yeah, Mexicans are dumb.
Unwarranted racist comments, yes, not funny, but if it's a joke?
Yeah, if it's a joke,
the entire point of comedy is to point at something that's, not normal, usually not PC, usually something that you wouldn't talk about normally, but then you mock it in a way that's fun for everybody.
The whole point of jokes is to make a caricature and use humor with that caricature, basically.
Comedy is not meant to make everybody feel better about everybody. It's supposed to
like,
pick
hey, Jacob,
on something.
Hey Jacob, how come Mexico's Olympic team sucks?
Because they don't have fence jumping as an event.
Well, I was going to say because anyone that can run, jump, or swim has already crossed the border, but that one works too.
Yeah, see, and since I'm Mexican, I'm going to get mad at that because I'm a stupid bitch.
By the way, Jacob's Mexican, so yeah.
It's okay. I'm not a stupid bitch.
Yeah. We don't. People make fun of my nose. People call me nose all the time. I don't give a shit.
Mark's nose is
fucking care. Like, you can say.
Mark, can we get a picture of your nose on the screen when we're talking about your nose?
No. We're not gonna put a picture of my nose on the screen.
I want a picture of Mark's nose on the screen.
It'll
Editor.
make people. I'm the editor.
Editor,
so
I want
you.
A picture of Mark's nose on the screen.
Fuck you. We're not putting that on the screen.
I told the editor it's gonna happen. You kids are in for a treat. Mark's nose is a sight to behold. Mark is definitely holding his head in his hands. Just been wondering why the fuck did I ask this stupid idiot if he wanted to do this with me. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm holding my head in my hands, but really I'm just holding my nose because my nose is so big.
He's self-conscious about his nose because we're gaming out here.
I'm more self-conscious about my teeth than my nose, though, TBH.
Why your teeth? Your teeth aren't all that bad.
I know, but people always, like, make fun of my teeth because they're like, yeah, your teeth are terrible. Your teeth are, like...
Now, like, if your teeth were yellow and your breath smelled bad, yeah, then they have a right to do that. But your teeth are not that bad. This is not Great fucking Britain. I've seen worse teeth than yours, trust me. Your teeth are fine, Mark. Oh yeah, to all my fellow men out there, don't be afraid to tell your buddies they're worthwhile. Steel sharpens steel, King. Treat your fellow men with some respect, damn it.
That was really funny. Steel sharpens steel. Did you get that from Reddit or something?
I got that from my boy Forca Cows. God tier webcomic.
Oh well.
Shout out to my boy.
Are we still talking about the Cybertruck? Yes, we're still talking about the Cybertruck. Yeah, because we were talking
about your big old fat honker, and somehow that stemmed off the Cybertruck.
Wait. Huh?
Ooh, that was a good one. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, anyway, the Cybertruck.
Cock and ball torture.
The fact that like they used a really shitty way to advertise it, like I would have been fine with it's not a bad truck. I don't know why they went with like the 80s DeLorean styling mixed with a stealth jet, but you know,
I like it. And frankly, I mean, I understand your gripe about the advertising.
The stainless steel, though.
Now, hear me out. You're griping about the advertising, which makes good sense, but like that's advertising in 2019.
Yeah. But the bed pillars, though. Why does it have bed pillars? Because those just make it really hard to access anything that's in the bed unless you go around the back.
Yeah, a little bit of a pain in the ass.
If it didn't have bed pillars, I'd be more okay with it, but also, it's a fucking triangle. Who the fuck designed the triangle
man, polygons
in
are
2019?
Fucking in right now, okay? Polygons are in.
Where?
Smooth shapes are out. Polygons are in.
Where?
Have you seen those Life water bottles at like gas stations that have like the fucking polygons and shit on them? Yeah, that's the future.
God.
Your $5 bottle of water.
I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. That thing's gonna reflect so much light. It's stainless steel.
Yeah.
It's gonna, like, you're just gonna, it's just gonna be driving towards you, and you're gonna be like, why do they have their brights on? And then you're gonna realize that it's your own lights shining back at you, just fucking blinding you.
Bruh.
Oh my god, I hate it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it. I mean, I personally hope that that's not going to be the finished product, that's just like a really close to finished concept. But at the same time, I think for what it is, it's going to be really neat. And it fills a slot in the electric vehicle market that needs to be explored. I'm excited.
There was something else I hated about it. I don't remember what it was. Wow, when it has the ATV on it, it squats down so much. I don't know if it's designed to do that or not.
No, it's because you can control the suspension.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the
squats
suspension
down so that ramp is a little more
yeah, so the ramp.
so
Okay, okay.
Easier.
I'm looking at pictures.
Yeah,
also,
no, that thing's payload is like fucking ridiculous.
The fucking like weird ass fucking plywood back. It just looks like someone cut a big ass slab of plywood out. Also, where are the brake lights?
Good question.
It also doesn't even have mirrors.
It's evolved beyond brake lights and mirrors, obviously.
I do like
We're
the
just
light.
not ready for the future.
I'll be honest though, I do like the lights. I do like how the
headlights
lights
are
are set
fucking
up. The headlights. Oh, that's where the brake light is. It's just a big ass rear light bar on the back.
Nice.
Which makes it really hard to tell which way it's turning at night though. Having a split brake light gives you 2 points to look at, so you can use your depth perception to figure it out. But when it's just one line, brake lights are hard to tell.
Bro, fucking tell that shit to dodge.
Which way
bro.
the car is pointing. What?
Tell that shit to dodge with the Charger.
Yeah, we don't talk about.
Yeah. The fucking Durango. Yeah, dodge.
I do like.
You're cool.
I do like that it
what
has
the.
I do like that it has the light bar built in. That's kind of cool. Although people are gonna they're gonna buy it, lift it, and put light bars on it, and it's just gonna be so dumb.
I can't wait to see the fucking guy who buys one of those just to LS swap it. I cannot wait.
Obviously, the pillars on the back are structural. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But I still think they just piss me off, and they just piss me off because they make it so hard to access the bed. They didn't even try to make it, and that's gonna be. I wonder how hard that's gonna be to see out of when you have the solar panel down and everything. Is the solar panel slightly opaque?
Yeah.
Or is it just you can't see through it at all? Or do you just what? Does it have a backup camera for you? I don't know.
And all good questions that Daddy Musk will answer in time. Have faith in Daddy Musk.
I'm also not sure what the rims are supposed to. Why they're like that. I wonder if they're supposed to protect the sidewall of the tire that way. The rims are very odd. We'll say that. Just because they don't even have. They don't even have venting. They don't have venting cutouts, so you can vent your brakes. So I feel like the brakes are going to get really hot. While it is an EV and it has regenerative braking, they still have to have, some kind of. Oh, those tires are custom. They're going to be hella expensive.
Oh yeah.
Those tires are going to be
it's a Tesla.
hella
Everything's
expensive.
proprietary.
Fuck, dude. Those are going to be hella expensive tires. They're custom molded to fit the rims. Wow.
I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with their regular Tesla truck, though.
The semi-truck?
No, the pickup. The new one. Because there's the Cybertruck and then there's the other one that's in production.
They're making an actual production, just normal truck?
Yeah.
That's cool. At least they're doing that.
I've seen some concept art of it. It looks like a fat Ridgeline.
Fat. Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
It looks more like a normal truck with some Tesla flair on it. I just want to see what they do with it.
Oh, yeah, I see. Or, no, that's a Rimac. Rivian. Sorry, Rivian. Sorry, I was looking. The Rivian is kind of interesting. I do like the range, though. The truck has a lot of range. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no one would want it.
Well, that's the one place that freaking Tesla has really upped the EV game is with its range.
Range. Yeah, they've done a lot to make them actually useful with a decent range and stuff. But I don't know.
So there's just a lot left to be seen, I think, for this vehicle, along with the future of Tesla's lineup.
Yeah.
So I think for what we're getting, it's pretty good. Besides the bizarre design choice, but I can live with it.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose stainless steel. I don't know if that's like a durability thing. I don't know if they think it's going to be more durable because it's not going to rust.
He said it was 30 times cold rolled steel or some shit. So it's supposed to be pretty tough, ideally. But again, we kind of just have to wait and see. Just with every other Tesla product, it's just let's see where this goes.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. Generally, I like Tesla's stuff that they build, but I don't like that they made it a fucking triangle. All the designs.
I'm just having a hard time believing that this thing is actually going into production. It just looks so funny.
all the hard fucking lines on it. Like, I guess it makes it easy to repair that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you get a big-ass dent in
That
something,
is one of the really big staples of Tesla, too. Is like, it's like building fucking Legos. They're really easy to work on. Like, for small shit.
Yeah, it depends on what you're... Like, I'm talking bodywork here.
Yeah.
Tesla bodywork, no. But... maybe the Cybertruck will have easy to work on body, so you can like take it off road without worrying about denting it too much. And if you do dent it a lot, you can just easily bang it back out. And if there's no paint, I don't know if there will be paint on it, on the stainless steel. If there's no paint, then you can just like use a hammer and just tap it, fix it yourself, which would be kind of cool. Kind of a cool thing that they did there. Because they made it out of stainless steel. Just don't tap on the solar panel with a hammer.
Yeah, no, don't fucking do that.
Oh,
Dale, I see
expensive.
your shit. Don't fucking do it. I know you want to. Don't do it, buddy.
Okay, it says here it starts at $39,900.
Well, what the fuck? That Elon lied to us. In the presentation, it said 36,000.
No, this is literally a screen cap from the presentation, and it says it starts at $39,900.
I must be fucking dyslexic. Don't mind me.
Okay, so 40,000 versus I don't know what the cheapest F-150 is.
I want to say the cheapest F-150 is 36,000. It's somewhere. They're really fucking similar. It's just the high spec is where it starts to drift away.
MSRP from 28.
2018.
Yeah.
Or 20,
So
yeah.
yeah. So F-150s are cheap as fuck.
Well, yeah, it's Ford.
Yeah. They make 1 million of them. I think they sell like 100 of them every minute or something.
Yeah, it's kind of retarded.
It's not retarded. It's cool.
Hey,
it's
man,
good for them. It's good business.
This is my entire philosophy on Ford being the quote-unquote #1 best-selling truck in America. Can you, Mark, I just want to ask you a question. Can you name me the #1 selling hamburger in America?
Whopper.
Nope, the McDouble.
Sorry, I said Whopper. I meant Big Mac.
It's the McDouble.
It's the McDouble?
Yep.
I know the Big Mac was at one point.
But last time I saw it, it was the McDouble.
Started making it. I know the Big Mac was at one point. If it's not now, that's fine. But I know you're just trying to prove a point. But I know the Big Mac was.
Back to what I'm trying to say. The #1 best-selling hamburger in America is the fucking McDouble.
Dude, the McDouble is great.
So you're telling me that's the best burger in America?
Sure.
Okay, no. The point is, just because it's the best selling doesn't mean it's the best. That's all I have to say about Ford.
Okay, you're right. The McDouble is, not the best burger in America.
Yeah.
However, if I just want to go get a burger, and I just want a burger right now, and I want a good burger that's never let me down before, McDouble.
How has a McDouble never let you down? What McDonald's in America do you go to?
I go to lots of McDonald's, dude. I've been to a lot of McDoubles.
Every time I get the McDouble, I'm just left with a bad taste in my mouth and just like, damn, that could have been a lot better.
I always enjoy McDoubles when I eat them. I don't know if I'm just a fat ass or what.
Yeah, you're fat as fuck.
But yeah, I'm super fat. Over here at 135 pounds.
Jesus Christ, dick child.
Hey. Don't call me no child. I'm older than you are.
By a year.
Yeah.
You are literally
a whole goddamn year.
I can bench press you, Mark. How does that make you feel?
So what? I can bench press a 3-year-old. What's the difference?
You are 23 years old? 22?
I am 20, dude.
You're 20?
I'm 20.
We're the same age, idiot.
Yeah, but I'm still a year older than you.
No, we're the same age.
No. You don't understand. That's not how this works.
Mark, we are the same age.
I've been in college longer than you have.
Okay.
I'm a year older than you in school.
Okay, there you go. That's the key word you're missing there.
I am more experienced.
I can still bench press you because you are a literal baby.
Okay.
Wait, I literally weigh 100 more pounds than you do. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm light.
Like you are stick boy, and I am a thick boy.
I'm not stick boy.
Why be stick when you can't be thick? That's my philosophy in life.
I can't gain weight.
Yes, you can.
I've literally tried.
Eat 10,000 calories a day, you'll gain weight.
I'm pretty sure I do. Like, pretty sure if I counted up all my calories, I'd have like close to 8 at least.
Eat more.
on
Go to the gym.
a normal
drink protein shakes. Mark, we're gonna get you huge.
Nah.
I want to see.
Lightweight is light.
Mark.
Lightweight is good for racing, dude. Every pound matters.
God damn it. Got me there, chief. I want to see swole Mark though.
That's never gonna happen.
I want to see it.
I don't go to the gym enough.
Go to the gym.
Why?
Because
gyms are overrated. Gyms, you're paying people to do work. That's
joke's
dumb.
on you. I just use the free gym on campus.
I mean, yeah, I can go to a free gym on campus too, but doesn't mean I'll enjoy it.
Food.
All right, next topic. Hydrolastic suspension.
That's a lot of big words that I know nothing about.
Well, Google it on your phone and start looking at it while I start talking about it.
Hydrostatic rubber band.
Hydrolastic.
Hydrostatic.
Hydrolastic, Jacob. Hydrolastic.
Hydrolastic suspenders. Got it.
Yes. Hydrolastic. It's just Hydrolastic.
I know how to spell it, dipfuck.
Well, it's not 2 words, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, hydrostatic
Hydrolastic.
suspenders. Got it.
Oh my god. Anyway, hydrostatic suspension is really cool. So for those of you that don't know anything about it, we'll start by talking about minis. Everybody loves minis, right?
I mean, I guess.
Jacob, you love minis,
they're
right?
kind of cute. They handle
Jacob
pretty
doesn't
fucking
love
good.
minis.
No,
Yeah.
I don't mind them. They handle really fucking good. It's like
Okay.
a little go-kart, but bigger.
Right. They handle that way because of hydroelastic suspension.
And because the wheels are on the corners of the car, but...
No, it's hydroelastic suspension. Okay, anyway. The way it works is, I don't know if you guys know about the new, there's I think it's it might be McLaren P1. They have that, they have a hydro, they have a hydraulic anti-roll bar, right? Which is really cool. And the hydraulic anti-roll bar works by, when you compress one wheel, it pushes fluid from one side through a tube to the other side, which just acts as a spring.
Whoa.
Basically. Okay, you're being sarcastic, but it's a cool thing. And the Mini, the hydroelastic suspension that Austin and Mini uses, works the same way, except it works front to rear instead of side to side, which is really cool. And it also, so if you push the front up, the rear moves up as well, which you might think would be really weird, but it actually, because both move up, if you hit a bump, it just goes over it really smooth.
Oh wait, fuck! It just bounced that shit out.
Right.
Yin
So
and
because
yang.
because your front moves up and your rear
Light,
just comes,
dark.
and your rear moves up as well. It just the whole thing moves up and down, and so it creates a nice equilibrium there when you hit a bump, like only on one side of the car. So it's really cool. It especially works really well at high speed, which for those minis were used in rallies and stuff a lot. So the high speed works pretty well there. So that's really cool. And it also, while it acts as an anti pitch bar, I guess is what it does the most. It also has some damping effects in there as well. So it's both a damper and an anti pitch bar. So that's really cool. And so when you brake, they do cause the car to pitch a lot though. So when you brake really hard, actually it balances out the pitch pretty well. And your side-to-side roll still is a thing, so you can still get that roll in there and still, camber the tires, because back then they really didn't have much for tires, so you had to compensate by making your tires grip really, really well, your suspension work really well, and get that grip in there.
Weren't the fucking tires on the minis that they used in rallies like little fucking pizza cutters?
Pretty much.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking cute, just like minis. So fucking cute.
Pretty cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hydrolastic Suspension. It's really cool system that they had back in the day before they had much other like very complex suspension, and it was like a cheap race suspension basically, and it had, instead of like, it had like rubber springs. That was the weirdest part about it. It had like rubber springs.
Rubber stoppers.
Yeah. And like a rubber valve for the stuff. Yeah. So it's a very cool system that worked very well for Mini. Like Minis did really well in rallies, and they had the classic rally. They have the classic rallycross Minis too.
They weighed fucking
and they also did very well.
They made like what, 160 to the wheels?
I don't remember, but they had like little Weber carbs and stuff on them.
They made pretty decent power. It weighed carbs? Fucking nothing. All the weight was over the front wheels, so it was pretty well fucking set, especially for like ice rallies. Like holy fuck.
Yeah.
You just had to be careful for understeer.
Those Minis did great. They were very ahead of their time as far as that, especially with that hydrolastic suspension. Like whoever thought that up was pretty fucking
Nobel
smart.
Peace Prize.
Peace Prize.
Give that man a prize. Give that man the Pulitzer.
You did very well, and you made a very cool racing suspension, so we're gonna give you a Peace Prize.
I salute you,
what?
Sir.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
You can't see me without fucking saluting him. You're a goddamn legend.
I salute.
The same way I salute Carroll Shelby. Goddamn American hero.
Goddamn American hero.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to talk about, because I was looking. I didn't really know much about it until I was looking through a Craigslist ad, and I saw an ad for like an Austin something or other, and I was like, and it said it had hydrolastic suspension. I'm like, what's that?
What the fuck?
So I looked it up, and I just, I thought I'd share it with the audience, because it's a very cool, very, very cool way the suspension works. So I wish I had a car that had it so I could show some people how it worked, but I unfortunately don't. Also, Jacob, did you know that on Bug-Eye, and probably later as well, Subarus, most of them had they had disc brakes in the rear, but then the parking brake was a drum brake that was inside the disc.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's super whack.
That's kind of neat, though.
Yeah, I was doing my brakes over Thanksgiving break, and
brakes over the break.
Yeah. Anyway, I was doing my brakes, and I pulled them off, and I just, lo and behold, there was a drum.
Another set of brakes.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, dog, I heard you liked brakes, so we put drum brakes inside your disc brakes.
Inside.
Dog, exhibit.
It sounds like something from Rick and Morty, like,
Morty,
disc brakes.
Morty, I heard you like brakes and shit.
Drum brakes.
So here's what I did to your dad's car.
The disc brakes.
I put drum brakes inside the disc brakes, Morty. You got brakes inside of your brakes, Morty. God, I'm a fucking genius. Ah, fuck.
I was thinking about the scammer episode.
God.
It's like, you're in a simulation inside a simulation. Inside a simulation. You've got drum brakes inside your disc brakes.
So why the fuck's my PP hard, Morty?
Inside your wheels.
Morty. Fucking brakes, Morty.
I also, just a couple updates. I also got some work done on the Mazda. I installed a tranny saver bracket and a spare transmission mount. So hopefully I won't break another tranny case.
Godspeed.
Next time I launch it at 4,000 RPM.
Right in the meat
Hopefully.
of the boost.
That's the hope, but I'll probably just break it anyway. And then I'll probably sell the car and wonder why I sunk so much money into it. It's okay though.
Also, some more news for the good of the order. Alabama football is number 12 in the nation. Finally
Nobody cares
happened.
about football.
Fuck you, Alabama. Signed everybody, every college that's ever played college football. Big ol' middle finger. Fuck you.
My fantasy team is doing very shitty this year, but
Not
that's
shocked.
okay.
That's you. What is
Shut
a
up,
football?
Yeah,
This is my
literally
Mark
have
impression.
never.
What is a football? Thank you. I'll be here all day.
This is my this is my Jacob impression. What's a brake caliper?
Hey, I'm not that retarded. Hey now.
What does torque to spec mean?
What is a horsepower? Isn't a horsepower like
550. 550 foot-pounds.
a horsepower?
Seconds.
My horse makes 5 horsepower.
550 foot-pound force per second is a horsepower,
Shut
basically.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. I didn't do it.
Is it?
But
Isn't there
basically,
like? Well, no, didn't they like
the
do
amount-
like a fucking thing or like a horse made like 13 horsepower, based on all that math?
they used a draft horse. So when they originally when the horsepower unit was conceived, basically it was the amount of work a draft horse would do. And draft horses are pretty lazy, so they're not working at their full potential.
Yeah.
Rarely. They're not using ever all their muscles at once, so you can never really gauge how much power they can actually make. But for the most part, yeah, horses make a lot more horsepower than what a horsepower is.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, basically they used a horse and they had it lift a 550 pound weight,
Yeah.
and that was a horsepower. They had it lift a 550 pound weight like a foot, and the amount of time it took, and that was a horsepower.
Bam, horsepower.
Because energy is force times distance, and work is force times distance per time. So that's how units work. There you go, guys.
Nerd shit. Woo!
I'm an engineering major.
And I'm a criminal justice major. All I know is shoot first, ask questions later.
I fucking hate cops. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's
Not
right.
that much.
Silence, incel.
Silence, incel. You fucking dare.
Probably one of the worst buzzwords to ever come out of 2019's incel.
I feel like that came out of 2018 4chan.
It probably did, but I have never heard the word incel thrown out more this year than I have in my entire fucking life.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know why it gained. I feel like a bunch of just
Degenerate thoughts.
left-leaning political candidates started saying it, like Kamala Harris and stuff. You see, she dropped out of the presidential race. I was so happy. I was like,
all I have to say to Kamala Harris is go fix your shithole state and then try and run the country.
Yeah, honestly.
Then come talk to the rest of us.
We're not talking politically.
But California's a fucking shithole. If you can't see that, you're blind as fuck. Fuck you, California. Except for the Bay, you're pretty neat. LA's kind of cool, I guess.
I have a roommate from California, so we don't want to.
Fuck you, California.
I have headphones on, so it really doesn't make a difference.
Fuck you, California.
You're just ear raping me in the audience now.
Worth it.
Yeah, that's gonna wrap up our show this time. I might just have to mute Jacob like a minute before the show ends.
Nah.
Anyway.
California, you real though. No disrespect. California, you're pretty neat. You just need some help.
And yeah. Anyway, until next time, retards.
Stay retarded.
Signing off.
Have a good one. Bye-bye. Fuck you.
I'm just enough to make you smile, and you need me to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Just look on, and I'll look down, and all your fears have run aground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something more than a closed door flat on the floor. I can offer so much more. All I ever wanted was to feel at ease. All I ever needed was to get up off my feet. 'Cause I believe in love. Hold on just a little.